Gang, gang, gang. What is good? What is good? Have to restart. Get this going now. We're obviously we're in the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees are up 6-2. Of course, Chapman's on the hill. I'm sure most of you watching just gave up a home run to Anthony Santander. So he had a good start. Got one out. But Santander's got the gigantic Flavor Flav gold necklace on now. What's going on? Udo's in the house. Maz is in the house. Mark Watson's in the house. Backstage is here. Backstage is here. What's happening, guys? What is good? Oh, where did we go? Where did everybody go? What the hell is going on? There we go. Thought I lost you there. What's happening, gang? What's good? Happy Monday night. I hope you all enjoyed a nice weekend. And strike three. Two down. I'm sure we'll get a bunch of people on here once the game is over. We got one out to go. Robert Johnson's in the house. Robert Zeckely's in the house. How you guys doing? I hope everybody had a nice weekend. The Yankees are winning 6-2. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. It would be nice to be able for Chapman to be able to actually close this thing out. And even though he gave up a home run to Santander, we'll take it. Uh-oh. Mazza's got a trade proposal here between the Yankees, the Pirates, and the Padres. Let's go, Mazza. Let's go. Bring the heat, man. Bring the heat. By the way, I hope you like. I'm wait to see all the thumbnails I'm going to be putting out now. Thumbnails. I got to thank Backstage Baseball for helping me introducing me to Canva. I'm going to be using a lot of different sprucing up the thumbnails big time. I'm also going to be sprucing up the videos in the near future too. I'm working on that as well. But the thumbnails are going to be fire, man. Wait to see the things I've been working on them all day today. So, and I hope you enjoy them. Stephen London's here. How you doing, buddy? So, of course, as soon as it does, Orioles announce to say that Yankee fans are always afraid with Chapman. Howie's pitches a non-save. Go figure, right, Stephen? Isn't that crazy? Santander, 6 home runs and 5 of them versus the Yankees. It's completely nuts. Completely nuts. Jake, see, it's a wild fact. All right. Just struck him out. Game over. Did the Heat there, 101 miles an hour. Yankees win 6-2. This is a good thing about the Yankees, too. They're starting off a new series with a win. This is a 4-game series, but starting it off with a win is a good thing, especially in Camden Yards. Because if I remember correctly, they lost the first 2 games before they won the 3rd game in Camden. But the ball game's over. The Yankees are 26-9. Talk about a start to the season. I got to tell you, I mean, this is a much better start to the season than I thought they were going to have, and they're in a good position to, maintain a lead, create a gap. The Rays lost tonight too, so stretch their lead wherever they can, over whoever they can, and keep the heat going. What else we got here? Some people coming in. Make sure you hit that like button when you come in, folks, if you don't mind. It's greatly appreciated. Ball game over easy money. Grateful for another Yankees win. A good way to see. You got that right, Stephen London. That's right. Yankees morning. But I'll do the recap in a second here. Tampa Bay loss. Yeah, salute, morning brew. It's a fantastic feeling. All right, we got Maz's trade proposal number 1 here. They won the middle game. Okay, Robert, thank you for that. San Diego gets Judge, Gallo, Oswaldo Cabrera. Pittsburgh gets Gleyber Torres, Jason Dominguez, Licky, Alexander Vargas. The Yankees get Yu Darvish, Trent Grisham, Mackenzie Gore, Brian Reynolds, Solomonte, and Chan. Wow. That's a nice return, actually. I like the Grisham and Brian Reynolds coming back here, Mazza. Well done. I heard the Michael K call on the Trevino home run, the 3-run bomb on Big Daddy Jose Trevino. It's fantastic. I'm definitely keeping it going, Morning Brew. No doubt about it. It's really good to see him. Let's do that. I mean, we had an RBI double by Stanton in the 3rd inning that went all the way out there into the new kind of lengthened gap. And Jose Trevino with a 3-run bomb to put him up 4-0. Anthony Santander then homered his first home run of the day in the bottom of the 4th to make it 4-1. Then in the 9th, there was nothing until the 9th. And we had back-to-backs from Josh Donaldson and Anthony Rizzo to put him up 6-1. And then Santander hit his second bomb of the game to make it 6-2, and that's how it ended. That's how it ended. So Luis Severino was good today. He was really, really good. He was dealing 6 innings, gave up 1 hit, and 7 strikeouts, 95 pitches. His ERA is down to 3.63, which is fantastic. Loizaga came back. It was good to see him throw a clean inning and ended with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Chad Green, a clean 8th, also good to see. And Chapman, I mean, even though he got hit, he got touched up. His ERA is now it is 2.13, which is still very respectable. He had 2 strikeouts in 1 inning there, so he got the white, and it wasn't a save actually. It wasn't a save situation. So, but it was good to see him close out the game. So confidence builder for him. So make sure you hit that like button when you come in, folks, if you don't mind. Maz is on a trade barrage here. Trade number 2 is between the Phillies, the Yankees, and the Marlins. Let's go. Maz just put out a Pirates, Padres, Yankees trade. That's up above, so take a look at it. The team chemistry is fantastic. And then you got Rizzo on the board now, and I think with his 10 home runs. We now have 3 guys with over 10 home runs. So Rizzo, Stanton, and Judge. And I'm confident Donaldson will be working his way up there too because he's starting to get hot as well. 73 plus 73 run differential. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, Den Snow. IKF got grief for base running versus White Sox. Today's Stanton base running error. Yeah, I mean, look, it happens, yeah, but you're right, Den Snow. If you're going to call one out, call the other out. Exactly. 100% right, man. 100% right. Balling with AC's in the house. What's good, man? Well, the gang is here. Talbot's in the house. What's up, bro? Great game, great team. I do believe we need another starting pitcher. Yes, starting pitcher, a relief pitcher is probably going to would come in handy at some point. And like a position player, another bat. So I'm working on my video. It's 3 moves to put the Yankees into the World Series. That's going to come out probably later this week. So I'll be looking forward to that one. So I'm looking forward to doing it. So Billy Branch is in the house. Billy Branch, I'm using your image for a thumbnail coming up soon. So thank you for that. All right. So Miami, the Marlins get Judge, Torres, Vargas, Oswaldo Cabrera. Phillies get Gallo, Gomez, Wisniewski. The Yankees get Taylor Rogers, Jazz, Cabrera, Watson, wow. Morales and Ohio. Wow. Damn. That's a lot of quality depth coming back to the Yankees. I like that one too. I like the returns from the Yankees, man. I really, really do. Well done, Mazza. Keep it coming, man. Tigers won good. They need to kind of turn things around a little bit. And I think the Whites, this is a time to take advantage in the the American League Central, when the White Sox are not at full strength and stuff like that. Because once these guys get healthy, the White Sox, they're going to be pretty formidable. So, the Tigers, and I still think they need to make a few moves. My guess is they'll make a few at the deadline, and then in this offseason, they'll try to boost it again. So I think they know they're not done. So, so I see them being aggressive over the next year too. Stanton was aggressive, yeah. Over aggressive. He was also a good defender in the field today too. Chris Schmidt's in the house. What's up, brother? Starting pitcher and a bat. Yeah, I would be happy with starting pitcher and a bat. I'd be ecstatic with a starting pitcher, a reliever, and a bat. Who's going to be the other starter in the rotation now? The Hill is back in the. Well, they brought up Clark Schmidt, Lorenzo, so he'll probably be a spot starter or a long reliever, I guess. But I would be looking at a starting pitcher with major league experience at the deadline if I were them. Can never have too much depth. Wade Donaldson hit the ball. When he starts hitting opposite field home runs, he's about to go on a heater. Donaldson. He's about to go on a heater, I think. So, and he's got that swag and that attitude that we Yankees haven't had in a while. And I like that. It makes it easy for the haters to hate him even more, which is fantastic. I love that stuff. Chapman and Hicks or Chapman and Gallo. Sorry, my guess is it might. Well, I don't know actually now. Chapman's probably the easiest to trade. Hicks' on-base percentage is crazy high, and Gallo's starting to heat up. So, but again, they could have some trade value. And Gallo could be increasing his trade value right now. Chapman, I think, is movable too. So, I think any of those are possible. Nelson Espada, what's happening? What is happening? Puerto Rico's in the house. 527. Anthony's in the house. What's up, brother? Tigers have won 4 straight, and we're 5. Look at that. I like to see it, man. I like to see it. Yeah, Torres. Yeah, that was nice. Was that a double play earlier that he turned? That was a nice play. Do I know any trade deadline talk? Not yet. My biggest trade line target is probably Brian Reynolds and probably Frankie Montez from the A's. But I think he's a lot of people's trade deadline targets, Lorenzo. And we'll get into that as we start getting closer. We're still a while away from the trade deadline, so those to me are mine, Lorenzo. There's other ones too. There's other ones, and I'm hearing other like Andrew Benintendi's. The Brewers are interested in him. The Cardinals are interested in Xander Bogaerts. So there might be some surprising trades at the deadline or before it. Can Lawson fix guy? Yeah, my guess is he probably can. I mean, Gallo had a slow start, but he was always digging in. He's always drawing walks, and just wasn't hitting for anything. Now he's starting to, I think, barrel up on the ball better and things. So I could see Gallo going on a tear. I could, and I hope that he does. So team winning, they're having fun. You can see that they're smiling. Yeah, Armando, absolutely, bro, absolutely. Armando Sanchez Cartagena. Yeah, absolutely, man. Most definitely. Yankees morning brew. You think there's any possibility Yankees work out at ice? I mean, it's possible, but I highly doubt it because it's in division and they would want everything and everything. I personally would go after Brian Reynolds over Cedric Mullins just because of the cost is probably going to be less prohibitive. I think Cedric Mullins might have a little bit more of a controllable, maybe one extra year on this guy. I think I got to go double check, but Reynolds is not a free agent until 2026, so that I know. Even though they bought out his 2 years of pre-arb, he still has several. He still got this year his final year pre-arb and then 3 arb years. So he's and Brian Reynolds is my target. Survived the first day of the week. The Yankees beat the O's and got better call Sal. Exactly. That's not a bad night, Billy. Not a bad night at all, brother. Not a bad at all. Oh, we got another one here. Multi-trader for Mazza. Indians, Cardinals, Yankees. The Indians get Judge, Gallo, Vargas, Wisniewski, and Walden. Could you imagine adding Judge to Jose Ramirez? Oof. Oh, we're giving up a lot of pitching capital here. Okay. The Cardinals get Torres, Johnny Loizaga, Anthony Sigler, who's kind of making a little bit of a rebound too as a prospect, and Gomez. The Yankees get Shane. Oh my God, Ramirez, Fowler, Hicks. Oh, the reliever Hicks, Harrison Bader. Oh my God. If you got Bieber and Jose Ramirez and Jordan Hicks and Harrison Bader in one trade, man, that would be a massive heist by the Yankees, and I would be all for Yankees making a massive heist like that. I would be. Mazza, man, you got the fire trades, bro. I love it. Ballsy, bold trades. Love it. It is awesome seeing Higgy celebrate with Trevino. Look, they're teammates. They're in this together, and I think at some point when Ben Wortvik comes up, and it might not even happen until next year because he might not want to disrupt the chemistry between the catchers and the pitchers, right? Which is stellar right now. So I could see, Trevino and Wortvik platooning starting next year and then moving on from Higgy, the older guy. I could see it, not saying it will, but those guys have several controllable years left. Higgy's the older guy, and I could see them moving on from him. I could be wrong though, but that's a platoon that's elite game callers, elite pitch framers and defenders, righty and lefty. So, and that youth is going to come in handy, I think, for the Yankees. I could see it happens depends on Workvet if he's healthy again. I mean, he's working his way back. He's already almost all the way back from his oblique injury, but now he's got a little bit of a knee thing going on his well back. So, I see. That's kind of the way I see it down the road. So, but Higgy's a class act, man. So is Trevino. 0 for 5, 4 Ks tonight for Gallo, not good. And DJ stunk it up tonight too, Robert. DJ, I think, was 0-4 and 3 strikeouts, so somewhere around there. I think we can sweep this off, Laura. Tim can join. Yeah, I mean, they can sweep, but my guess is they'll win the series 3-1, but we'll see. We'll see. A sweep would be lovely, though. It really would. The more games, the better, obviously. Puerto Rico, yeah, man. Could the Yankees get Kenley? They could. I don't know. He just signed with the Braves, Joey. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if the Braves are going to move any of these guys. They're I think they're going to probably want to add to what they have, my guess. If you're going to come after the Mets, who are pretty damn formidable, you're going to have to make a couple of moves, I think, the Braves. And the Braves always do that. So, Benintendi, Contreras are two. Yeah, I mean, I see Benintendi as a target free agency. Wilson Contreras now, to me, doesn't have any. There's no need for Wilson Contreras here now. Before, yes, but after they got Trevino, I don't see the need for him. Put the game out of reach for the White Sox yesterday, the 3-run dinger. Yeah. Yeah, Gallo does need to pick it up. Yeah, he was clutch yesterday. So no doubt about it. 5.5 ahead of Tampa and 8 ahead of Toronto. Yeah, we do have a good lead, Lorenz. I mean, I hope they keep the pressure on to keep padding this lead because I wouldn't underestimate either one of those teams, Tampa or Toronto. They're very strong teams, and I would not sleep on either one. It'll backfire if they do, and that's that's my biggest worry. Montez Castillo and Tyler Miles, some starting pitcher targets. Yeah, at the deadline, no doubt about it, Tyler. 100%, bro. 100%. Those are probably the 3 main pitching targets, I think, at the deadline. Unless there's someone else that we're not thinking of that Cashman's going to come up with out of nowhere. I could see. I mean, if I don't know, but like if Torres keeps playing well, I could see him being moved to Marlins in a package for someone like Pablo Lopez. I mean, they're obviously going to have to add to Gleyber Torres, but that would be a very intriguing package, very intriguing trade. Yeah. Reynolds definitely had a slow start. Yeah, he's picking things up slowly. He's a superstar. So, I would headline a package starting with Jason Dominguez for Brian Reynolds. I don't think you're going to get him without giving up Dominguez. I just don't see it. You like Babe Ruth, Yankee? I mean, of course, this is a Yankees channel. Yeah. Something was said to this clubhouse after the first week and a half. Yeah. Willie Robinson, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you crazy? What do you mean, bud? Why does Chapman make the Yankees fan change it? Cringe it. Yeah, he just reminds me of John Wetland. He was like that. You know? It was always a stressful situation watching this guy. So, and Chapman reminds me of him. Maben and Beltran are the Gary Henches. I mean, they're gonna. I like Maben's flow with Michael K, and I think Beltran's still kind of figuring out his way. Obviously, there's a little bit of a different dialect because of his background and stuff like that. So figuring the flow, but they're both baseball pupils, Beltran and Maben. They know their stuff. So and I think they're good. I really like Maben. So smart. 3-team trade: Cardinals, Padres, Yankees. Talbot, let's go. Come on, Talbot. Mazza needs some competition here, man. Oh, Maz is putting out the Judge special here. Dodgers, Yankees, Indians. Let's go. Ola's in the house. Ola, what's good? What's good, man? We missed you here. What's going on, bro? At least Gallon Hicks. Well, yeah. They're getting there. They're getting better, Henry Hill, no doubt. Slow, but they're getting better. What's good? Hold on. What is good? Yeah, DJ was 05. I think Gallo might have been that too. So that's, kind of an anomaly for DJ. I think he'll be fine. He'll be back. Then Snow. Sevy, Green, Lasagna, good bounce back performance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Workfed said to need surgery possibly. What, like a meniscus or something like that for his knee, Udo? We're 26-9, Ty. Yeah, Donaldson definitely kills the opposite zone. But Gallo keeps making the same mistakes over and over and over at sprint. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, he's striking out a hell of a lot, Chris Schmidt. There's no doubt about that, man. Telling me Cashman can't bring anybody up to replace Hicks and Gallo. My God, those two are her. Hicks, again, when Hicks' on-base percentage is the only reason he's on. He's still here. Or he's still in that lineup. Even though he's batting ninth, which is probably the better fit, draws a hell of a lot of walks and puts himself in a position to score a lot of runs. So, I mean, hitting sucks, yeah, and Gallo's, he's been hitting like 350 in the last 12 or 15 games. So he is slowly heating up. Heating up from an absolutely brutal start, so it doesn't look sexy still, but he's still coming back. So if the Yanks win it all, do you think they have to re-sign Judge? Nope. DM. Mazza. All right, the Dodgers get Judge, Hicks, Chapman, Vargas, Siegler, Josh Bro. The Indians get Torres, Gallo, Licky, Gomez, Wisniewski. The Yankees get Cody Bellinger, Gavin Lux, Bristol Gratterall, Diego Cartagena, Shane Bieber. Oh my God, yeah, that's my favorite trade. That's Judge special. That's my favorite one. Mazza by a mile, bro. Favorite one. That's a bold and crazy trade. Now, where's Tyler's competitive trade here? I want to see you beat the Mazza Judge special here. You man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat donut. I appreciate it. I won't feel confident until we beat. Well, that's a good point. I mean, I'll feel a hell of a lot more confident when they beat when they beat those two guys too. Those two teams. I mean, Justin Verlander's in Cy Young form, and Tampa's sneaky good, and I would not be sleeping on them. I'm not sleeping on either team. They're both very, very good. Yankees want to win a World Series and be aggressive at the deadline. I don't think the Astros, Angels, and Blue Jays, if they make the postseason, view their roster as a contender. Yeah, they're all good. I mean, it's a point of who gets hot and who gets cold too. But if the Yankees are that far ahead, I would still add at the deadline if I were them. And then they could be very creative actually too. So, but this does look like a very like a championship type. It's got a championship vibe to it, Ray Richards. So I'm with you there. All right, big boy. Licky, Hill, Medina, Peraza, Schmidt, Sweeney for Juan Soto. If you can get him for that package, you have to do it. You have to do it, big boy. I mean, yeah, you have to do that. If that's, they'd be nuts to not do that for Juan Soto. Jim Cott making Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Yeah, that's right, man. BB, do I still want to trade Judge? Yes. Yep. I do, BB. Talbot, oh boy. Padres get Judge, Green, Cabrera, Oswaldo Cabrera, Florial, Zach Thompson, and Connor Thomas. Whew. Okay. Keep it coming, Tal. What's the rest of it? I mean, you got some big shoes to fill. Mazza's Judge special was a massive trade. I think the Rizzo home run league night. Rizzo. I think so too, big boy. That was a well-needed shot. So I think it's a trade for Laureano or Benintendi or even Peterson. For those two, I mean, I know Laureano's coming off a 60-game drug suspension, so I'm leery of him, but he could bring value. Obviously, Benintendi, good lefty contact. Peterson's another one who's clutch in the postseason. So, either one, and they will all be nice fits. And V-Man, thank you again, man. Cards get Torres, Gallo, Chapman, Luis Campusano. Campusano. Ethan Elliott, Domingo Herman. Okay, what do the Yankees get? Different scheduling format next year. Nothing yet, Lorenzo, but once I find out, I'll put it out. I'll definitely put it out. Judge wants a $360 million contract for 10 years. How would I feel giving him $300 over 6 with an opt-out? Ooh, that's crazy. Like $50 million a year? That'd be insane. That would set a really bad precedent. Morning Brew. I mean, I get it in terms of shortening the contract, but that would set a bad precedent for guys later on. Because then Soto's going to want $60 million a year. And guys like that, so it would be nuts. You got to trade Judge and get something from him. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Talbot, the Yankees get Blake Snell, Jack Flaherty, Jordan Hicks, Trent Grisham, Harrison Vader, Mackenzie Go. Yeah, sign me up for that, Talbot. Sign me up for that. I like that return. Call up Ben Wells for Licky and Clark Schmidt for Green. So Schmidt's up right now, thankfully. Involve Green and Licky with Hill, Medina, Sweeney, Peraza, and Cabrera for Juan Soto. Then trade Dominguez and Pereira for Reynolds. Oh my God! Could you imagine getting Soto and Brian Reynolds in during the season? Oh my God! And then you add them to what we. Holy God! That would be a total revamping of the whole entire offensive, the lineup, everything. That would change everything for the Yankees. I love getting Soto and Reynolds, big boy. Love that. Love that. He's You're probably right, Chop 362, that he won't be traded. My philosophy is his free agent value is going up every day, but so is his trade value. So the Yankees can get a ton back for him if they want. If they want. And now that he's rejected an extension, and now that we know what he wants and how many thousands of miles apart they are from each other, it might be a wise idea to, at the very least, entertain trade offers. So do I think it'll eventually happen? Probably not, but we'll see. I'm not ruling out anything. Not ruling out anything. Potential lineup: Big Boy Reynolds, DJ Soto, Judge, Stanton, Rizzo, Donaldson. I can't forget. Oh my God, they'd score like 10 runs a game, Big Boy. 10 runs a game, man. Well done, man. Tonight does show we can win without Judge. Dude, I'm telling you, DM. I mean, it's doable. It's unpopular short term. I totally get it. Yes, but they can. They can. Juan Maldonado off the Judge train. Don't be sorry, dude. Don't be sorry. That's the way you feel. That's a lot of people feel that way. So it happened. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way, Ron. He's got a lot of fans. I'm a fan too, but my gut was 7 years between 30 and 35 million. So I still have a little bit of leeway personally. Like if they came back and offered him 245, I would be more than comfortable with that. Anything more than that, it's still 115 less than what he wanted. So, and that's my main concern. And even if you add an option, like an 8-year option to a 7-year deal, I think it should be a team vesting option based on like at bats and plate appearances and games played or something like that to prove he's got to confirm that he's healthy to get that to get that vesting option. So at that point, that's the only way I add another year. It's got to be a vesting option based on him staying healthy. If he doesn't get exercised. There's no harm, no foul. No. If he hits again, 9-10. Yes, I wouldn't Christian. I get it, man. I like what you're thinking here, but I would not go 9th or 10th year for Judge. I just wouldn't. I'm not worried about 22, 23, and 24. Like I'm worried about like 2026 to 2030 when he's 36 to 40. Where it's going to look ugly, very ugly, most likely. So, but I get what you're saying, man. Kudos to the idea, to the outside the box thinking. 3-team trade: Dodgers, Nationals, Yankees. Let's go, Talbot. Maz has got a lead right now, man. Maz has got a lead. He put that Judge special was, and Maz is right too. Sevy did look strong tonight. 6 innings, 1 hit, man. He was dealing tonight. Sevy throwing 97, 98 on the regular. Morning Brew, I'm with you, man. I like Judge, but I like the Yankees more. That's the way I see it in terms of trade and stuff like that. So, and again, they can get a lot for him. A lot. So, but I get the fact that it's an unpopular short-term move, trading the guy. Totally get it. He's the face of the franchise, and it would be a public relation. I mean, people would be, their hair would be on fire in the streets. A lot of fans. So I totally get it. I totally get it. So, and I get a lot of heat for just ever proposing it to begin with. I get a lot of hate and heat, but it is what it is. So it comes with the territory. That's totally fine. But I'm with you, Morning Brew. The logo, exactly, Brunson, exactly. It's not the Judge jersey. It's the NY, interlocking NY, the Yankees jersey. So team's at the point where you got to cut the weak links out. Yeah, it's true, big boy. Yeah, I know he's not happy that his contract demands were leaked. I mean, who would be? So, but it goes to show you how far apart that they are. So, and I also get it's his time to cash in. Totally get it. But like Mazza said too, he's on the wrong side of 30 to get a 10-year deal. He's a victim of a late time service clock, meaning most guys hit free agency at 25, 26. He hits it at 31. That works against him, unfortunately. So, unfortunately. But, again, he's definitely betting on himself, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. So, yeah, Nestor's the most improved, definitely. He's going to be a Cy Young contender if he keeps up this rate. I would still be careful with his innings. With Cole's contract and Stanton's contract, I wonder what makes Judge even ask for that amount. Thoughts? Well, Cole signed his at 28. He's in his third year now. He's 31. Stanton signed his at like 25 or something like that. And, he signed a 13-year deal with the Marlins, and at 25 per year. And the Yankees are only paying 22 per year for the rest of the life of his contract. So he looks like a steal. I mean, Judge is essentially going to get almost 15 million more per year than Stanton's getting for almost equal production. So that's a way to look at it too. 27-year-old Stanton, I wouldn't hesitate to give him that contract. 10-360, not 31. I'm sorry, not a 31-year-old. Sorry, not Stanton, Judge. It's the age that makes me worry. The end of that A-Rod contract was disgusting. Same thing with the end of the Cano, and so on and so on. Cough, cough. Yeah, I mean, exactly, Morning Bro. And, and people comparing with the A-Rod. A-Rod at that point, too, had won 3 MVPs. He had like almost 400 home runs. I mean, his stats were mind-blowing when he got his contract at 32. And for those that don't know, Cashman had a trade, okay? Because A-Rod was still in the contract. He had to opt out to get an extension. He had a trade lined up with the the Anaheim Angels. The Yankees were going to get like Chone Figgins. They were going to get it was Darren Ercet. They were going to get Irvin Sent. They were going to get Hall back, and then Cashman was overruled by Hank Steinbrenner, and then he announced his opt out during the World Series against the Red Sox Rockies, to kind of steal their thunder, and that's when they announced they signed him to a 10-year extension. So it was kind of a D-bag thing to do, but that's what happened. And Hank Steinbrenner overruled Brian Cashman. So Cashman had a blockbuster trade ready to go, lined up on the platter, and it was vetoed. So Cashman had nothing to do with that 10-year, $275 million deal with A-Rod. But even though his stats more than justified it, his stats were a mile ahead of Judge's. So, yeah, and I agree the Yankees have to be smart with their long-term contracts. So it's just the way that it is. Like it's yeah, it is what it is. Crazy how we all wanted Freeman and Olsen over Rizzo, even though when Anthony's struggling, his numbers are still better than Olsen. Not doing too good. I'm from New York, that I live in Georgia, sports radio. So I'm not surprised. Olsen, I think, is going to be fine. Olsen was my first choice, and Rizzo was Rizzo wasn't always my second. He was floated between Freeman and Rizzo, but I'm happy with Rizzo. I'm happy. So, and I think he'll still be fine. And I hear that E. Brunson. He was not known to be a great person either. So I would love for you to do a deep dive video about that trade. Yankees Morning Brew. Let me look into that. That's a good idea. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, it's a great idea, Morning Brew. I'll do that. I'll get to work on that. I think in the end that the Yankees being this good, that they aren't going to trade Judge. I mean, I get it. BB. I mean, I totally get it. I think trading Judge would not really disrupt their momentum that much. So, because of the return that they would get back if they trade, I mean, it depends on who they trade with. Like, if I'm trading him to San Diego, I'm asking for Trent Grisham, a young, controllable outfielder, in return. I want some kind of position player in return that they could plug into his spot. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a downgrade, but they'll get more than one player too. Like, if San Diego, I want like a Grisham and one of those pitchers, a Blake Snell, something you can plug into the rotation, or something like that. Because Judge is a huge difference maker. So, and for teams like the Dodgers, who might feel like they're one piece away, or the Padres, they would be willing to pay that type of prospect. They can also afford this massive contract that he wants, especially now the Dodgers have $35 million that just came back to them with the Trevor Bauer suspension for this year and next year. They line up perfectly for an Aaron Judge. They just do. They frighten me. But again, if I'm moving him, I'm going to move him to a National League team, so you're going to have to face him constantly. So, because my fear is he'll be a Yankee killer. So, Cashman got A-Rod on a blockbuster trade. Yeah. And guess who caused that? Do you know, Sean Browning? Aaron Boone. When Aaron Boone hit that game-winning home run to put him in the 2003 World Series, that offseason he tore his ACL playing intramural basketball, and they needed a third baseman. So they traded Alfonso Soriano to the Rangers for A-Rod. I think it was a straight-up swap. And Alfonso Soriano was hitting like a stud, almost like an MVP. And then A-Rod moved to third after talking to Jeter, and willingly moved to third because Jeter didn't want to move. He had no problem, and then the rest was history. He was mid-contract when it happened. So, but But yeah, man, that was a blockbuster, and I think it was a 1-for-1 swap, and he was actually projected to go to the Red Sox first for Manny Ramirez, A-Rod. That trade, I think A-Rod was it A-Rod veto it? I think A-Rod vetoed that trade, and then he wound up coming to the Yankees. Crazy enough, he got his ring with the Yankees, won a couple MVPs. Like, it was a crazy trade. Hola, I appreciate that, man. I'll be busting out the backgrounds more often. We're putting some work on the house, so I can't always have them up or whatnot. But I'll be putting them out more often. Wait till you see the thumbnails I'm going to be putting out moving forward now. They're going to be fire. Absolute fire. Talbot, 3-team trade. Dodgers, Nats. Here we go. I'm a little behind here. Holmes or King next closer. I think probably Holmes. I think King should be more of a multi-inning guy personally. But Toby Sanchez, Judge got a great deal from the Yankees, 8-year deal. Still 8 years, so I also think Judge got hurt a lot. Yeah, that's the thing, too. I worry about his health as well, Toby Sanchez. That's a good point. Oh, MLB rejected the trade for A-Rod. Okay. That's right. That is right. Dion, good point. I do remember that now. No, you're not wrong, BB. MLB. I don't know why they rejected that one, but accepted the Yankee trade. I don't understand that, but money. Yeah, exactly. Morning Brew. You make a good point too. Yes, MLB vetoed it because they didn't want A-Rod giving up money from his contract, and he was willing to do that to get that trade to Boston, and that would have been for him for Manny Ramirez. Yep, MLB vetoed it, and then they accepted it to the Yankees. That's right. And I don't know who that player to be named later with Soriano's was, but that's right, Robert Johnson. That is right. Yep, the Yankees forked up some cash over to Texas. So that A-Rod did not lose anything in the trade, and that's right, Robert. Good calls, you guys. Morning Brew, Robert, all of yous. Good calls. I think I'm going to do that video, the trade that never happened. Yeah. The trade that never happened. And then the trade that did happen. Both involving A-Rod. Rank most important things in trade deadline when watching the Yankees. What player makes you most aggravated? Most aggravated right now, it's Jaden Pagan. I'm going to say Hicks too. DM, I agree 100%. Trading Sanchez was the right move. Absolute right move. Christian, the Yankees could trade Judge to the Dodgers and get pitching and make a move with Pittsburgh to get Brian Reynolds and give up some of the farm to make the 100%, Christian, 100%. 100%. Yep. Could you imagine trading Judge? Let's just say for Gavin Lux and whatever, Dustin May, right? He's coming off Tommy John. And then you flip Dustin May, you add him to a package with some Yankees prospects for Brian Reynolds. Now you have Lux and Brian Reynolds here. Lux's versatility is appealing. He's got 5 more years left. He's not free until 2027. That is super duper value, man. Talbot. Nats get Dominguez, Hopi. Oh, Dominguez and Hopi. Bobby Miller, Medina, Davey, Hayden Wisniewski. Okay. I think I have an idea where this is coming. Nor the great Yankees should think about getting Rafael Devers. He'd be insane. He probably would be. And what's crazy is he'll be a free agent at the same time that Josh Donaldson his contract will be expiring. So anything's possible. Now, I tend to agree with you, Sean Browning. I mean, Soriano should be at least, very least, considered for the Hall. He's got borderline Hall of Fame numbers. Low key, but overshadowed by guys like A-Rod and some of these guys. So, would love to live in an alternative universe where A-Rod goes to the Red Sox and the Yankees signed Carlos Beltran in 2005 instead of the Mets. That would be interesting, Morning Brew. That would be interesting. Yeah, it's true, Tim King and Jordan's. That's right. It's always a money thing. And they did. That's right, man. They said they didn't want A-Rod taking less money, so that's why the Red Sox thing fell through. Yep. It's always a money thing. You're 100% right with that, especially with the union. Yeah. Joaquin Arias was the player sent down. Oh, Arias. That's right. Jonathan Raymond P. That's right. You guys got the good points tonight, man. Really good points. I'm really enjoying this. This is good intel from you guys, man. I appreciate you. You didn't pray hard enough. B. Brunson, I don't think you prayed hard enough, man. Mm-mm. Baseball gods immediately reversed the fortunes of the franchise. Yeah, don't remind me, Brunson. Oh, that was rough. That was rough, man. The epic collapse, too. They were up 3-0 and they collapsed. Saw rumors about Xander. I did see that, too. I did see the same thing, Udo, about Xander Bogaerts not resigning with Boston. I did see it. Tom Henrik, I'm right with you. Hetrick, I would trade Judge, too. Mazza, when are we going to see the channel's brand spanking new logo? I have to work on the size, Mazza. The size is not fitting on the board the way I need it to. So I'm still trying to figure that out to get the size to fit appropriately for the channel to accept it, if that makes sense. It's like certain size parameters that it has to be under this, over this, and whatnot. For whatever reason, I have no idea. So I'm working on that, Massa. Believe me, I am working on trying to still get that and trying to figure out how to adjust the size thing. Do a video on Soriano flirting with 42 seasons in a row. That's a good idea too, Sean Browning. That's a good idea. Talbot, you're insane. But I love it. Let me just tell you that now. I love it. Yankees get Juan Soto, Cody Bellinger, Dustin May, Bristol Gratterall, Lux, Austin Ball. Oh, God, yeah. That's the type of insane that I like, Talbot. Get Bella. Get Bella. Love it. It's a beast. How much time does Donaldson have left on his contract this year and next, Wilmer? He's a free agent in 2024, just like Rafael Devers. I agree. The Yankees need to get DeGrom. DeGrom, he says he's going to exercise his opt-out this after the season. So, I mean, if he's healthy, I would go after him hard. He's older, though. He's like 34, 35, but still, I would go after him hard. Udo size does matter. Yeah. It does. I think I'm too big for the space, if that makes sense, Udo. So I'm trying to retract the size for the space of the thing because my logo is too massive, Udo. I'll leave it at that. Imagine the drama if the Yankees face a traded Judge in the World Series. That would be nuts, Januzzi, Charles. Nuts. But that's baseball, right? That's sexy baseball, exciting baseball. I would love that. Love it. And I would love to see Cole strike him out. And Nestor strike him out. Peter, what's happening, dude? Long time, yes, right, man. Dang right. How are you, my friend? Talbot trade group. Talbot and Mazza are the trade kings over here, man. 8 years, 270, get it done for Judge. I don't think so, Random Doug. I don't, because 270 is still 90 million short of what he wants, what he asked for, I should say. So I don't know what's going to get. I think some team's going to give him 300. I do, Random Dude. And I hope it's not the Yankees. It's on the wrong side of 30 to get that type of money. I'm happy that Judge is contributing to the team. The more reliable he is, the more money he's going to demand, which makes it harder to re-sign him. Yeah, and it also increases his trade value. So it makes sense to consider it while his trade value keeps going up, right? So that's the flip side of being, his free agent value going up, which it is. So there's no denying that. When Herman comes back, that bullpen. Yeah, I mean, I would put him in a bullpen as a long relief guy DM. There's no doubt. Donaldson looks like he loves being here. And the chemistry between these guys is fantastic. It's fantastic, Jaden Pigot. So I'm with you there. Why do folks hate on Tyon? He's a cancer survivor. He is, Sean Browning. I like him. He's been good here. He's been good here. Just gets down, does the work, and he answers the hard questions too. And he's good. He's a guy that I would resign. So if DeGrom is healthy and available, and Maz, he's a guy I would be going hard after DeGrom. DeGrom and Cole would be fantastic, man. Do I think Devers will consider the Yankees? I think he'll consider anybody. If the Yankees have a third baseman opening, that's not a Volpe, that's not one of the other guys, they'll be going after him most likely. So, and I think he's going to test that free agency unless the Red Sox give him some crazy money. But it sounds like he wants out of there. So I think he will consider the Yankees because they'll be the one team to be able to pay him. So I do, Wilmer. I do. The videos doing free agency period. I appreciate that, man. I want to continue making must-watch videos too, and I got a lot of stuff coming. I got some great ideas here tonight too, so I'm going to be implementing them as well. And while I'm here, let me write them down so I don't forget. So the two that never happened, and then Soriano 40-40 almost twice. Writing down some great ideas from you guys. But I appreciate that, Dion, man. Thank you. And I agree DeGrom seems to get hurt. He has to show that he's healthy. I mean, I would give him like, if you can't get him on a 1-year high deal with options, exercisable options based on, if he stays healthy or something like that. Something like a Trevor Bauer type deal would be good. And I'm with Tyler too. I do like Tyon, so I hope that they re-sign him. And he's young too. He's only 29 or 30. So over money talks for a day. Yes, money definitely talks. Judge 360 he asked for. So I think he's going to get 300 from somebody, Dion. I do. I just don't know who. So Wilson Contreras. I'm hearing a lot of people. I wanted him before we got Jose Trevino. I don't want him as much now, but if they got him, they got him. I think a starting pitcher represents a more significant need. Would I go off of Bogarts and Frazier? No, because I think he'll block. Well, it actually depends. I mean, if they still have Volpe or whatever, some of these other guys, I think he'll block one of the prospects coming up. So that's just my opinion, Bogarts. I think Bogarts is probably going to go to the National League, Chris Schmidt. So, I mean, again, I could be wrong. Cano's the same story. He was 30 going on 30 when he got his deal. And look, exactly, Mazza. It's an albatross now. The Mets just, they released him and they're eating $50 million for the last 2 seasons just to say goodbye to him, paying him to play for the Padres. Banuelos or Davey, probably not. Dion Banuelos, I could see him coming up. Davey's still struggling. Banuelos is still dealing pretty good, so I could see Banuelos coming up here as a long relief guy, or even a spot starter. So I could see it, Dion. Donaldson's been fantastic to the clubhouse. So is IKF, which is fantastic additions to the clubhouse, and it's really helped with the cohesiveness and the better defense and even though they've had some blunders recently. IKF, he still makes up for it in different ways. With his base running, his stealing, his hitting, he makes up for it all the time. So, and it's also now a team of like accountability too. They're owning up to their stuff, and which is something that we hadn't seen with the Yankees in quite a while. So that's refreshing in my opinion too. So I'll be wrapping up in a minute or two, guys. So I don't want to keep you going all night. I'm going to try to do as many live post-game recaps as I possibly can. Yankees have the best run differential in all baseball. Yes, they do, Mazza. That's right. Right behind them is the Dodgers. Another good point. And it's good to point out, Mazza, so I appreciate you doing that. Brunson Green scares me too. Shout out to the Yankees coaches and trainers. Coaches, trainers, Matt. Yes. Boone, too. Manager. He's doing a good job. So, yeah. Benintendi does look good. Loizaga look good tonight. Carlos, have a great night, man. Loizaga look good. Chad Green look good tonight, too. So, Al Landsman, my ideal scenario, you get Soto in a trade, and then if Hal allows it to happen, you get Bogarts for shortstop. Then what would you do with IKF, Alan? Play him at second? Just out of curiosity, MLB Network was comparing Astros rotation. Yeah, they're good right now. They have some good young players, Sean. And Verlander's in Cy Young form, so. Oh, I'm with you too. I can't stand the Houston team, but they're good. They're good. So the Yankees, yeah, number 1 in the power rankings, man. Hell yeah. Mazza, thank you for your awesome trades, man, and the Judge special. You're a mensch, bro. You're the man. You are the man, bro. Yeah, we have to get rid of some of the empty at-bats too, Brunson, no doubt. And I like IKF too. Cole, Severino, Nestor, a good 1, 2, 3, but I think another 8. I would agree, 100% DM, 100%, brother. Well, this is true too, Sean. A lot of bargain deals, so people can't really say he's buying championships. That's a good point, Sean. I didn't think about it that way. But I think there'll be pressure on Volpe, Dominguez, and Peraza when they come up, since they were. I would say to a degree, Sharif, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say to a degree some pressure, no doubt. There's always going to be pressure here in New York. It's relentless. Ben Myers, the Yankees won 6-2, man. Great way to start the season in Baltimore. I mean, start the series in Baltimore. So 6-2. Donaldson went yard. Rizzo went yard. They went back-to-back in the 9th, which was fantastic. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Wilmer, have a great night too, man. I will wrap it up in a second too. Yeah, Jabba, yeah. Yeah, Jabba just didn't pan out here, unfortunately. But he got his ring in 2009. So, but I want to wrap this up, guys and gals. I want to thank for you all coming on. I appreciate you for your insights, your ideas tonight too. Back to back, baby. That's right. Remember, everyone used to say George brought his championship. You know, that's right, Sean Brown. He did both. He bought the expensive free agents, but he developed the young kids. Even though he wanted to trade Jeter and Mariano Rivera, and Hal, surprisingly enough, vetoed him or talked him off the ledge, which that one surprised me. But less than 7 stars, yeah. It's just like Montgomery. Montgomery, terrible run support, man. Terrible. So, but have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much for coming on. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow night. Peace and love. Over and out.